Thankfully, we have returned, everybody. Welcome back. We are here to continue our chat about knives and pretend that we are ignoring our psychological issues. So on to M4 we were talking about in our last episode.
Like
alcohol, you said.
Like the great Mr. Fisk says, Benchmade's M4 is the bee's knees. It's one of the rare instances, and I say relatively rare instances, of a knife steel just taken to its optimal level for the end user, and I love it. And I wish every knife company would do this, but I am very happy that at least Benchmade is doing it with their M4.
With their M4.
With their M4. I'm careful.
I've also heard really good things, and I mean, I've experienced it, pros and cons type of thing, with their S30.
Yeah.
And I've heard that Benchmade pretty much has their S30 figured out. And
for the record, that was not a jab at their S30.
No.
It did come off a little snarky, but I think, yeah.
No, it was a jab at their 3V. It was meant to be snarky, just about the 3V.
Oh, about the 3V. Well, at least they fixed it. I mean,
yes.
So many other knife companies would have just let that go and just been like, it's crappy PR, but whatever. Like, we give a shit. We're making enough money. They actually went in and changed it. And then they discontinued the model.
Enough of this 3V bullshit.
Well, I mean, at least they're still using it in their fixed blades. And that was a thought I had before we started this this third part here. Do they do a big old fixed blade at M4? Am I forgetting that Benchmade makes a big crazy M4 something or other?
They used to.
What was it?
Well, their competition chopper, but I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure their competition chopper was in M2, not M4.
Because they did use M2 for a while. Yeah.
Both of those are good options.
M2's
and I can't remember, but it was that the competition chopper was only as a special request.
Yeah.
Like, you had to talk to Benchmade and ask for it, sort of thing. It was never openly available.
I'm going to see about bringing up a picture, because I don't know if I remember what the competition chopper even looks like.
It looks like a competition chopper.
Hard steel that's been sharpened.
It looks like the Rambo 4 fixed blade, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough.
Less of a clip on it, though, even more square.
It looks like the dowel behind Dennis, but straightened out and less clippy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. It truly is just a giant-ass sharpened pry bar. Wow.
It would be better if it had the ring on the back, too.
Yep.
Has anybody else ever drowned in their own beer?
Not recently.
Can't say I have.
Don't do it.
Hey, Paul. I think you're doing it wrong.
I am.
I was going to say nightly. Nightly, actually. It's
2016 Blade Show Tribute Knife Osborne Chopper for $7K on eBay.
$7K.
Ouch.
If you want it, here it is.
Well, there's a picture.
That's goldy fancy.
And it was M4.
What is that lanyard?
Well, it's competition chopper, so they usually have it so they can do like the very far back 3-finger sort of grip, so you get an extra flick.
I accept that. But what's going on with that lanyard? That bead, and
it's
then the other bead.
It's a competition chopper that has gold leaf on it.
Because you've clearly...
Is that handle partially carbon fiber?
Yeah,
that too.
It sure.
I'm feeling wings about stuff.
So that was actually the limited edition version. I think there's more than one version.
Oh yeah, there was.
I thought you were going to say gold class, and I was going to get even more angry.
I want to say it was green micarta or green polished G10 for the handles on like the other one that was maybe M2. I don't know.
So this
We're
this was a tribute knife to Osborne.
Oh, this one was the one of one. They only made one of these.
Yeah. Anodized blue titanium certificate. The certificate is blue titanium.
That's
fancy. For $7K, I am not disappointed.
Yeah, Skippy it is.
Custom humidor style wood box with locking hasp and hidden magnetic holder. There's acrylic stance for the knife. It's gold leaf engraved. lightning strike carbon fiber and burl wood handle. They don't say what type of wood, but okay, so there's a lot going on here. That's kind of cool.
And it was the model 171, right? This
yeah.
is the dash 161, but if you type in the model 171, and it wasn't
Yeah,
in
just
4
look
all the way
for
through.
the normal one, not the limited one
Yeah.
of one that was made.
I'm just fixating on this because it's really
Oh yeah, yeah.
kind of
The rivets-
cool.
I like the fact that it's a rivet, so you can still put a lanyard through it,
Hello, Woods
but
Monkey.
there's still mosaic pins at the same time. Like, just chef kiss.
Interesting.
I bet you it chops stuff.
Oh yeah.
And potentially in competitions even.
Yeah.
I have my doubts.
I'm not saying it's the knife you should take out in the bush, but I bet you it batons pretty goddamn well. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, speaking of
So I'm
knives,
going to jump on the note of competition choppers and mention the fact that the cutting edge just got in the Condor
yeah.
bush chopper or the
Yes.
wood chopper,
Buster.
like wood buster. Yes, sorry. I really like that thing. It is nice.
I
as
was
far
just
as
gonna
like,
say-
just a chopper, hefty, hunky.
Speaking
like
of
it.
something you take into the woods and just knock the crap out of, right?
Yeah. Like I was even talking about over the weekend with Joe and Paul. Dennis wasn't working, so he missed out on it. Sucker. Was talking about how that knife with a nice saw and then just like a little fixed blade for like more detail work, that would be very sufficient as far as like a weekend of wood crafting and wood processing. It would be a great tool for it.
Absolutely, it would. And it's not immediately evident in this particular picture, but there is a distal taper towards the back end of the handle, so it feels extra weighty towards the blade tip. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Kind of the last 3/4 of the handle portion that has a distal taper to it.
I was also looking at turning that thing into a sax blade instead of the chopper on the front.
Yeah, wouldn't be hard.
Was a wood buster?
The one thing that I do like about that little very harsh half crescent clippy thing that they put in, it's a very nice spot for indexing for batoning on.
I can see that.
Their website doesn't even have a good picture of the distal taper. Come on, guys.
Our website kind of sucks.
It's changed too. It's got this blue and white theme going on right now.
Yeah, the website's
Are you
very light
sure
right now.
you're not looking at Cold Steel's website?
Uh,
You've had a pretty good fixation on that
That's
recently.
well,
so-
you know, I was confused until I saw the big old Condor tool and knife thing here and in the URL. So I think we're okay on that front.
Sounds made up.
Yeah, but you know, it's not.
Yeah, but you know.
So
it's not.
there.
And then before we get too far away from it, I have a random question for the audience here, because I know all of you guys should know the answer to this, because I'm pretty sure we've talked about it in the shop before. But the limited edition Benchmade chopper that we were looking at had lightning strike carbon fiber in portions of the handle, and it also had that for the bead. How many of you out there know why it is called lightning strike carbon fiber?
What he said.
How many?
So yeah, we'll let that stew a little bit and see if anyone has answers.
It's a good plan.
And apparently Mr. Fisk likes the bead, which I'm not going to touch that one. I'm not going to go down the path that my brain wanted to go down.
You child.
Yep,
Dirty.
indeed.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
But
Yeah, it's
I
not.
hope I'm
It's not the worst bead.
Mhm.
Oh,
wrong.
there's the.
And
Yeah.
then, as the conversation is also kind of lulling here, and as I was just talking about asking questions to the audience and getting answers, we have been teasing lately that we will be doing our giveaway for the 500 subscribers on YouTube. We have reached that goal.
+2.
Indeed. So yes,
We used to have +3.
that giveaway is going to be happening. we all work retail, and it's Christmas time, so it's been a little bit crazy, and we haven't really had a chance to converse and discuss amongst ourselves exactly what and how the giveaway is going to be. But chances are it is going to be some sort of question that we are going to ask within an episode. So you will have to be watching and paying attention to the question to be able to give the appropriate response in the questions or in the comments.
Yeah, can't skip around now.
Suckers.
Some guy's
But yeah,
gonna be tapping the arrow button on his keyboard, and he's just gonna chance right on it. He's gonna be like,
But yeah, more than likely we will be discussing that over the next week or two and figuring out the word is lost.
the strategy. We're gonna figure
Yeah,
out figure out
something.
what's going on.
Yeah, and
Random.
we will be giving out the details and all the rulings and stuff like that very, very soon. So pay attention, and hopefully you will be the winner.
The who's its and the what's its.
Yes,
Exactly.
especially
And the
the
things
what's
on the
it.
stuff. Ben's got an answer in chat.
Mhm.
Isn't it done by passing electricity through the carbon fiber? ... Somehow. Yet.
No. The first answer we have had in the chance is no. That is the wrong answer.
Indeed. What's going on, John?
Yeah, John.
He's saying the first he's heard of a dedicated chopper.
Hmm.
You need to get out in the bush, man.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, well, not only getting out in the bush, but there is an actual avenue of competitions that is just for chopping, cutting, knife handling skills. And that is exactly what this knife is made for. They do like a gauntlet course of chopping a rope, having like a golf ball rolling across it. They have to get centered,
I
slicing
wish it was
through.
a golf ball. It would be way cooler if it was a golf ball. But it's
Yes.
a ping pong ball or a tennis ball normally.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah. Slicing
It's
through
a bowling
like
ball, just
slicing through like a straw, a paper, like doing different stuff for testing not only the edge retention of the knife, but the knife handler's skill for the different applications.
And because it's a standardized series of tests, more or less, all competition choppers tend to be the same in terms of overall profile. So you won't see too much variation with that kind of thing.
This is true.
On a
They
different note,
figured out the optimal shape and kind of run with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
on a slightly different note, I did pull up a picture of the sheath for this one of one from Benchmade.
I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed that it's a one of one, and that's the sheath.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah.
subpar sheath work right there.
Yeah.
Now, this might just be a really crappy photo, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of
It's
disappointed.
not my
in that.
favorite thing, but raising that kind of leather and stuff like that.
I can tell there's work into it,
Yeah.
but I'm not satisfied with
It's
that
not my
work.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
But it looks like a decently made sheath otherwise. Like it looks like a Bark River sheath.
Yeah, like the edges look all nice and nicely finished, and the stitching looks all good and stuff like that for sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that the magnetic holder?
Yeah. I'll go back to it here. The little
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
John says, cool, I'm a folder princess. Cheers.
It happened.
You missed it. I know you were at work, but we just went through the fact that there's more than half a dozen knives sitting beside me. They're all folders. So
Drink.
we all fall into that one degree or another.
Well, the ones back here aren't. Just the ones over
Drink.
here are.
Damn it, I'm out of nog. You're making me go back to my beer.
Well, seeing as how no other answers have really filtered through,
Yep.
should we tell the secret of the lightning strike?
Let me
You
get up.
sure?
Let me bring up a cool picture. But
Fair
yes,
enough.
go for it.
Yep. Well, as Joe's getting on that, I will start telling the story. Lightning strike carbon fiber is called that because it is designed to withstand lightning strikes. Kind of initially designed as a sort of Faraday cage to be built around the cockpit of jet fighters. So if any lightning strikes were to happen, it would go through the wire weave within the carbon fiber and stay away from any of the instruments and the pilot.
Yeah, I totally knew that. That was definitely a thing that was in my brain.
It should be.
Dude. Because of all those hours behind the cockpit of a jet fighter. Like it's
I thought it was because the wires ran in kind of a lightning strike pattern.
Oh, what was the name of that knife? It was the
Joe was looking for a knife, and then
No, I got one. It's there. It just won't let me zoom in very effectively, so I'm just kind of struggling with my keyboard here. There was a Spyderco.
The Sabo.
The Sabo. Yeah, that was the one I was trying to think of.
Yeah, once you look up the Sabo, can you just look up lightning strike carbon fiber rather than in a knife? Because that'll give like flat slabs.
I
of it, so
did
you can
actually.
see-
I just
Yeah,
searched. I just in the search bar it is lightning strike carbon fiber, and I got all these knives.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. They don't show you any just flat slabs.
No.
Weird.
Very. Yeah, I'm
Fair enough.
not sure about that. Let's go to Spyderco.
Maybe throw slab at the end.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave that up for a few seconds here. Because, yeah, that is kind of difficult to tell, but it is going
I
in a
should have
zigzag
bought one of
pattern,
those stupid friggin' knives.
right? It's so stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dumb, and I don't like it.
It's the right kind of dumb.
Apparently.
No.
See? Lightning strike goes zoom.
wow.
You shut your mouth.
Thanks, Mr. Scientist.
I'm going to be honest, sometimes I say things just for Joe's enjoyment.
Oh, thank you.
The meme master over there.
I just enjoy crappy memes. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so even looking up lightning strike carbon fiber blank, I'm getting some better results, including, I wonder if there's like an industry term for it. Oh, that's a cute little folding dagger. I'm gonna set that aside so I can be distracted later.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, like I said, I'm setting that aside so I can be distracted later. But yeah, maybe there's a like an industry name for this type of material that isn't just lightning strike carbon fiber.
Have you tried typing in Kruben Fruber?
I'm gonna drink just because that made me
That's a
sad.
throwback.
It's been a good year.
Dude, that was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that was an OG reference for sure.
Yeah. Okay, carbon fiber,
That was
lightning
early
strike,
days.
silver. So, okay, there are some different names, but I don't even know this website. Macecraft Supply Co. Okay, this really doesn't illustrate the point that Nigel was trying to make with that story. I guess the Sabo is the best.
But I will say the fact that in the last image search, one of the images was like a side shot of a cockpit. That does illustrate my point.
Yeah, I don't know if they were necessarily talking about where the hell was it? There was
Second row. You scrolled down too far.
Oh, did I? Yeah,
But
right
I'm
here.
dealing with the delay as well, so.
When screens go blank after a
Yeah,
lightning
that 1,
strike.
2, 3, 4, 5 down the side of the cockpit.
Yeah, second row. Yeah. There we go.
Do have one final question that
Mhm.
I'll also throw out there while we're finishing off on this. If you
It's 9:16, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just because it is end of the year, I mean, by the time we're airing this, it will be New Year's, whatever, into the new year. What was your favorite purchase last year? Number one, if you had to pick a favorite of everything you purchased last year, what was your favorite thing?
Last year being 2020.
2020.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta think about that.
That has to be the right answer, right? If it's not the
Yeah.
right answer,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have bought it.
The gold class. Yeah, I'm gonna say the rustic gent, just as far as price point versus fit and finish and cost versus materials and stuff. That was probably the best return on investment this year, sort of thing, at least.
What do you mean I'm not going to see a return on my investment?
Well, I mean, I got to be honest. I don't know. I've got two front-running candidates right now.
Doing some Halloween stuff over here.
So, everything about my answer should be Glow Baby Glow. The Beirut knives. These things have absolutely rocked. I haven't carried a fixed blade. Oh, no, I can't remember which sheath goes to where.
So before you go any further, I'm going to say I really, really hope that your two front runners aren't just the different versions of the same knife.
No,
okay,
they're not. Because I would be a fool to say that this thing hasn't been just like one of the nicest knives in my entire collection.
Yep.
The Pena Rhino. And it was also spring of this year, I believe, is when I picked this guy up. So, yeah, I think I would probably go with the Rhino myself, just because of how awesome it is. But I literally have not EDC'd a fixed blade other than the Beirut knives since I've owned them. Like, they have absolutely blown me away.
So what you're saying is we all get two answers.
Screw you, Joe.
Joe.
Number
Rhino.
That means you only get one answer, which equals to 2. You don't get 2 answers, which equals to 4.
Okay, I'm surprised. I'm okay with that.
I picked one knife. It just hurts my feelings that the Beirut doesn't get picked.
Jesus, I don't know, man.
Well, that's why you got to pick.
Oh, fuck.
You think my choice was easy? Come on.
I mean,
one of your CRTTs that you bought this year?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't even make it into the running, to be honest. None of it.
I'm just joking about that because we touched base last week on realizing how many you have bought recently.
Yeah.
That sweet psych. You know.
I actually really like that thing. That thing's fun.
We know you do. We know you do.
So stupid. So stupid.
For the record, Joe, can you send me that dagger that you
oh yeah, I will.
saved? Yeah, can you send me that? Appreciate that.
Don't you worry. Custom French maker on being talked about on a Russian site. I honestly, fuck me, man. For this year, that's hard. That's really, really hard.
That's what she said.
With that cadence too, Jesus, dude. So. Okay, so
it is third episode in, right? Like how many drinks have we had?
Okay, so this could be a little bit of honeymoon phase.
72 seconds.
72 seconds.
That's the honeymoon phase. 72 seconds.
2 hours later.
Maybe. And maybe 2 very different knives, but in terms of folders, if I'm gonna pick one, it's gonna be down between these two.
So you should probably pick
that
one.
was Joe's one answer.
That was my say. Like I say, but I'm having a hard time. I'm going through it in my head right now. Which of these two? And I've been carrying both a lot, and I've been using both a lot. I just, man, it's those impossible questions of like, if you could only pick one, which would it be? Like, bullshit. I can only pick one. I've got 8. No.
No, Joe, you can only pick one.
Yeah.
If I could only pick one, I pick these 2.
If I had to sell one of them tomorrow, okay, and independent of value, if I had to get rid of all my knives but one and it was down between these two, I'd probably keep the 8015 over the ZT. It's just, it's unique. It's beefy, it's comfortable in the hand. There's not a lot that I would be afraid to do with this thing, whereas this is kind of a specific situation kind of knife. If I'm just opening boxes all day,
A little
sure, fine.
delicate.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where I've dropped this thing and I'm like, "Gah!" Like fuck, there goes the tip. It's gone. It's fucking gone. But I've been extremely lucky. I've been extremely lucky with this knife.
Thank you for that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Oh, you'll be thanking me for the edit too, Paul.
Gah! Oh, you have something in mind? Uh-oh.
Oh, yes.
Send me a clip. We'll put it on the internet.
Oh, Christ.
Will do.
I don't like being on the internet in the first place. Yeah, the 8050.
Too late for that, Joe.
So the Tie 940, is that the black one or the silver one there? Infinite.
What the hell?
Justin.
Yeah,
I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
Infinite Justin.
I don't know if he got both.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think I want to say maybe he had both of them, which is just greedy. He's just greedy that he has a silver one and a black one. Like,
Did he buy it? Seriously?
Dennis is jealous.
Doesn't he have
At least one of them.
He's got the Damascus one, and I really like that.
there's a theme with 940s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the theme is that they're thick behind the edge. But anyway.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, it's still a great knife. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what's your answer, Joe?
I told you, May 8015. That would be the top purchase of the year for folders.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Justin already answered, but I want to know everybody else's answer for their best knife of the year. In chat, do it. Do the thing.
I am curious.
Yep, please do.
Don't make me keep doing this finger motion because I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't know if anyone likes it, really.
Here's a follow-up question, because I know Paul flashed out the rustic gent there as well.
Oh yeah.
As well as Nigel. Would that still trump the Appalachian Drifter?
It's got a lock.
I'd have to see it in hand, but one thing that I have noticed that I like about the rustic gent over the Appalachian Drifter is the different materials for the bolster versus the handle, rather than just having the kind of line machined or molded into the same material the whole way.
Yeah.
So as far as aesthetics goes, so far I like the rustic gent.
I like the fact that this doesn't have a pocket clip. I like the fact that it's kind of an old man knife. I don't know if I'm gonna like the Appalachian as much in hand.
Well, and it's a similar price point as well for front flipper with S35. Yeah.
I kind of want to buy two and blade swap them.
Mm-hmm. Because I am definitely intrigued by the front flipper aspect of it, but the aesthetics and I just like the different materials and having that contrast, whereas I haven't seen that in the Appalachian yet. So
is it weird?
They did the swirly zebra patterns and the blue patterns and they did all of those ones, right?
Yeah. But why it pops out into my mind is they actually have that line milled in or kind of grooved in, so it makes it look like there should be.
Yeah, especially on their all natural micarta, the brown micartas, the green micarta ones, you can see it for sure.
Wasn't the tactical Quaken that Boker had done that had the two?
You bet it was.
Yeah. So that if they had done something like that on the Appalachian, where it really clearly defined the two areas of the handle, that would have been cool.
So, unless Joe's going to pull up the picture of it here quickly, I'll describe it. They did use one material for the whole thing, but they had different textures milled in. So the front portion was one texture and then the back portion was a different texture. So there was a significant visual difference between the two sections.
And the main body of the handle was meant to look like a wood grain.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Whereas and then the nice clean bolster, kind of reminiscent of their original micarta, or if you had a wood or an antler handled.
Yeah, that's a good looking knife.
That was cool. Yeah,
I wish they had done it with a thumb disc, because they did it with a flipper and they ruined everything.
But as far as being able to use one material and have it have different characteristics, that is an awesome example.
Yep.
I really enjoy it.
It's yeah.
Is it weird that the orange micarta is the one that I like of the three?
It's not weird. It's not weird for you, but yeah, it's weird.
Says Dennis with his his Tigger knife.
His orange fetish.
Yes.
That's not orange. That's not orange enough. Like, if you're gonna come at me with orange, don't like pussyfoot around the orange.
Fine.
Like,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, you mean the Quaken's not orange enough for you? I get it.
no, the front flipper, the Appalachian,
Oh,
the orange.
okay.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to get two of them and blade swap them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're intriguing. Do we know if they're going to be hollow ground and stupid thin behind the edge, like the rustic gents have been?
I think they're almost identical in blade shape.
Yeah,
I would love to put S35 in this blade shape to the test. And I know I just complained about S35, but I don't have anything with this kind of profile on it.
No, I mean, I don't have that many knives that are that thin.
I could change that.
With, right?
How dare you?
Here we are. So, behind the edge on this, and I don't really... Oh, I guess I could take relative measurements here.
You're a relative measurement?
Uh-oh.
No.
2 hours.
Joe broke out the calipers.
So, 0.3...
Really?
0.3 millimeters behind the edge on the rustic gent, which is... can I change that? Yeah. That's
2 hours later.
0.01 inches behind the edge of this guy. And I'm just going to compare it to the Sabenza because it has a fairly deep hollow grind, and I know Fisk will appreciate it if he's managed to stick around this long.
12 hours later.
3 days later.
I'm just wondering if I should I can wait, just like every fucking elementary. Yeah. It's 0.4. So it's like it's a 0.1 millimeter difference in thickness behind the edge for these guys. I wonder.
That's what she said.
So basically, hey, just
I didn't even hear those numbers.
Oh, okay. So it's a 0.1 millimeter difference between the behind the edge measurement on the Sabenza versus the rustic gent. So hey,
okay.
if you buy the Sabenza, you won't need to get a rustic gent. Just
there you go.
That's the answer.
Financial planning, according to Joe.
Oh yeah. Just buy a Sabenza. Quit fucking around. No, but I am very curious to see. Are they using the same 9CR Damascus for the
no, it's actual Damasteel, so I imagine
it's
RWL.
Damasteel.
I believe they specified Damasteel.
Let me go to their website.
I think on this one.
I just want to point out in chat here that we asked Justin if he had both 940s or just one, and he said he has the silver one. And then he said, I take that back. I have the darker one. How do you not know which one you have, sir?
You're making me sad.
Okay.
You got the Damascus one.
I'm just gonna look at this blue and carbon fiber. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty weird.
I think if you're gonna do it, you should get the black and white carbon fibered one or the black and white layer G10 one, and go like full zebra. If you're gonna embrace the zebra.
Material's just Damascus. It's not Damasteel.
Okay, I thought maybe Sabibi had just recently
they were doing
something that
9CR.
said. Well, I know their own was 9CR, but I thought I had seen something recently that actually said Damasteel, and I thought it was those ones, but it might have been something else.
Fair enough.
I do like the pattern in the Damascus.
Mm-hmm.
I just want that fancy handle on the fancy steel. So there. And I want one in each pocket so I can double fist. Although one will be backwards.
The mini Mastodon little cleaver thing on Blade HQ they're saying it's Damasteel. Okay, so I guess there are some models in Damasteel. That's good to know. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's...
Don't like that.
Oh, I'm not a terribly huge fan of it, but I mean, Damasteel.
No.
So
That's an ugly knife.
Anyway, Appalachians.
Yes, I need one. And by one, I mean two.
I want to get them in hand, see how they feel.
That one right there, the brown one. See where I'm pointing?
No, I don't.
So, Joe, I have a feeling it'll feel a lot like this in hand.
Yeah.
It's that. It's the pocket clip.
Fair enough.
That's the only thing, because I like the ergos on this thing so much, but there's no clip to get in the way. So
don't worry, Joe. If you don't like the clip, you just take it off and you put it in the pouch.
And then the other reason why it might not beat out the rustic gent, right hand only pocket clip.
We did double on that when it first came out, though, because took that as my budget choice for last week's episode or whatever. And that it would be kind of a slip joint front flippery, so I'm okay with it riding shotgun to whatever my primary knife is, type of thing. So with this particular knife,
I can see that aspect, because usually, even with the rustic gent, I do have it in my pocket on my off carry side, so it is kind of the backup. So chances are the appellation would fit into the same way. But I'm left-handed biased bitch.
Oh yeah, it's still gonna get a 3 on the scorecard for sure. That's what righties get.
So how do you two lefties feel about carrying a right-handed dedicated knife in your back left pocket, such that the spine of the blade is against the seam on the left-hand side?
That's silly. That's silly.
You don't
Fantastic.
bother? Okay.
Nope.
Because that was actually my solution for carrying. Where the hell is it? This guy.
In your back pocket?
My back and hips are fucked up enough. I don't have to deal with sitting on something and twisting weird to not crush it. And
Okay.
Nothing goes in my back pockets.
Yeah, I stopped putting a wallet in my back pocket several years ago, and I haven't looked since. So I'm not putting anything else to sit on.
And that's funny, because I've never sat on my knives in my back pocket before, but maybe
Oh, it's probably been 12, 15 years since I carried a wallet even in my back pocket. It's something that I would notice, so I would be conscious of it and try to adjust for it, I'm sure.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if it would be that much of a distraction, then there's no point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Joe was saying, for me, when it's in my back pocket, that section of my back pocket doesn't touch the seat, so it's not usually an issue.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But if you are not used to carrying something in your back pocket at all, you're going to notice it no matter what.
Yeah.
So, is it weird that I kind of want to take the pocket clip off it and actually just carry it in this pouch?
You could.
I think it would just look nicer without the pocket clip.
But then you'd have awkward holes in the handle to fill in with lint.
Yeah, but I would fill it in with a little piece of something.
Lint?
Yes, I think the word you're looking for here is lint.
I was actually titanium.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like a little piece of brass or something. Like that'd be kind of cool, actually. Do they supply? Yeah. I wonder. Do they supply a plate?
No, because it's one side. Why would they supply a plate to the spot where the clip is?
The only reason I would ask is because this is, like you say, the slip joint. Maybe they expected people to not want to carry potentially with a pocket clip, but...
You're living in a dream world if you think...
Then why would they offer... Why would they only make it with a clip, then?
I was going to say, I think we're the odd ones out that want to carry it in the pouch.
Like less machining, I think.
All the buck moderns with the micarta, they would do the same thing for and be like, hey, or you can put it in a buck pouch. And like, if they were doing it, not companies like that would also do it, and something that was traditionally pouched like a buck 110.
And it's funny, I actually don't carry this pouch with the clip. It always just goes loose in the pocket with the knife inside. I never clip it.
Fair enough.
Well, you have to clip it off of the strap that holds your other knife off of your fanny pack, and then you clip it to that.
People have
Don't forget the water bottle.
Next to the water bottle, of course.
People have a weird mental image of me now. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Because they didn't before.
Yeah, I don't think that changed anything.
Yeah, and all next to that, I still have a buck 110 on the belt at the same time, just because.
Next to your fanny pack.
Yeah, right. No.
You
This
mean
is
the fanny pack strap.
clipped by carabiner to the carabiner on the fanny pack, so it just kind of dangles.
Yeah.
Okay, now
See,
I'm
I told
angry.
you the carabiner was a good idea because then you clip other stuff to it.
Like buck 110s, 7-ounce knives. It's not a big deal.
Just for the record, Joe, now I'm angry at you.
You should be. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Mission accomplished.
Oh boy.
Uncle Randy would be rolling over in his grave right now.
What's this?
Uncle Randy would be rolling over in his grave. Carabinering a buck 110 sheath.
Yeah.
I know I
Like
talked to
some fancy city boy.
I know I talked about it before we went back live, but I don't know if I've brought it up since. Just the fact that in a recent video, Pete from Cedric and Ada was talking about potentially changing the name of his channel, getting rid of Cedric from it because it just makes him sad when he looks at his own channel now. And I feel really bad not knowing that his dog was in a bad way, making a bunch of knife fight videos and stuff like that with him involved. And yeah, sorry, buddy.
Yeah. So if any of you out there are unaware, Cedric has passed away.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a fact of life. Dogs live shorter than humans, but it is still heart-wrenching, and our feelings go out to you, Pete. It is an unfortunate circumstance that that's happened.
It's never easy.
From a man who's cried over many a pet. Yeah.
Mhm.
We understand.
Yeah.
And I understand the heartbreak that, they can become quite attached for sure. So.
Oh, yes.
That's it. And I just felt bad just from the mindset of him seeing those posts on Instagram for the last couple months, knowing that the end was coming.
Mhm.
So if he saw that stuff, I'm not sure if he ever did, but if he did, Suddy.
Yeah. Our compassion definitely goes out to you, and anytime that we have referenced you or Cedric within any of our fights, it was not meant as a, hey, your dog's going away, let's dig at it some, but
we didn't mean to foreshadow it anyway, but we even called Pete and the spiders all within the area, and then within the same week, he's posting spiders on his Instagram page about, and like even that, we were just like, oh no, we summoned something. Like,
what did we do?
Yeah.
So it was all in good fun. Honestly, it really was, and sorry if you took it negatively in any sort of way, but we were just having a good time, and hopefully you've made us smile in a lot of ways, and that's all we wanted to do with the last couple weeks and the fights that we had, right? So
couple weeks since September.
So yeah,
it's been a theme.
Yep. As we've rounded off that little bit of a somber note, before we get into anything else, I figure it's a good time just to kind of wrap it up and head on out for the evening here.
I think so.
Yep. So, as we mentioned earlier in the evening, make sure that you do all the liking and subscribing and sharing and do all that sort of stuff, because it's a cool thing to do. It would be a lot cooler if you did.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
I hope you got that.
We hit 500 on YouTube. We're less than 8, like 7 or 8 away from hitting 1,000 on Instagram as well. So I know everybody in chat is already following, but people seeing this in the future, go follow us. Do it.
We might do a double whammy giveaway.
It is.
That'd be fun.
We'll see.
Yep. And
we'll see.
Even though the past couple of weeks we have been gaining our subscribers and we have gotten over the 500 goal, the percentage of people who are subscribed that are watching has gone down. A couple of weeks ago, we were at like 40% of you weren't subscribed. we're sitting at like 48% of you aren't subscribed now. So
we're
click that
screwed.
subscribe button.
Do it.
Just ding it.
Yeah,
Just ding it.
it's not that hard, man.
People talk about that little bell. Maybe you should hit that bell because apparently it does something. You know,
It does.
Do you want beer in your
Yes.
toothbrush? No, you don't. Just
Joe
follow.
sounds like
thumbs
he's
up.
like a drug
Do
dealer
it.
now. It's like that bell. You should try to do that bell. What's the worst that can happen?
The first
good
bell's
for
free.
you. It's good for
Come on,
you.
man. Just one click, man.
Just one
What harm
click.
could it do?
Once.
3 times a week, all of a sudden you're waiting for that bell.
Yeah.
First one's free.
I was just gonna say, first one's free, and that's literally true. So enjoy that.
So, that being that, this is Nigel the Smith signing off.
I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
I'm exile.ca.
We will catch you again next time.
We don't need bigger knife. Yeah.